Sawadee Welcome to ChatGPT Hacks episode, whatever, I don't know. Um, let's talk a little bit about working with large files or large texts. You have to know that ChatGPT um, cannot really be trusted with large texts because once very large amounts of data are involved. ChatGPT seems to forget some things. Um, it tends to skip some vital details. It tends to change things on its own. Um, Basically, large amounts of data are not very suitable to work with alongside ChatGPT. So there are a few things that um, we can do to make this process a little bit more efficient. Let's say you have a large Word document that you want ChatGPT to review and rewrite. That is very difficult because Word document exports are very limited in character, a maximum character count. So ChatGPT can only export Word documents that are very limited in character count. A GPT can also export into PDF. That will be a bit better because the character limit for PDF files are a bit larger. But the best is to let ChatGPT export to text files .txt. And then, of course, you can apply your own formatting later if you really want a Microsoft Word document. Now, the other issue is when you upload a document on ChatGPT, that file will not remain in GPT's memory for very long. After a while, ChatGPT will say, "Oh, the session reset." In human terms, this means that the file has just been deleted from the server. Of course, OpenAI does that to save some storage space, because if files will be stored indefinitely and hundreds of thousands of users upload files on a daily basis, that means a lot of extra servers. So basically the session reset happens quite quickly, even more quickly if you leave the conversation window for a while even, and then return. Then you will find that your uploaded file has disappeared and ChatGPT cannot move forward anymore because it doesn't have access to the data in the file anymore. So here's a little trick. You can tell ChatGPT to scan your document completely and put all that information in its active memory, because active memory will stay there. No matter how many times you close the conversation window or log out and log in again, the active memory will always stay will always contain the information that you put in it. So that is a little trick that you can apply. The document will not be available anymore, but the contents of the document can be placed inside the active memory of ChatGPT. And this has another advantage, and that is that the contents of that document is now also available in other conversation windows, because active memory is available to every conversation window you open. Um, so let's say you have a Word document that you want to have ChatGPT modify. Um, this is what you do. You upload the document, you tell ChatGPT, scan the entire contents and place that in your active memory. And then you give instructions to ChatGPT. For instance, apply a certain writing style, or organize the contents according to this and that structure. ChatGPT can do that. It might take some time, but that's okay because all the contents are in the active memory, so it can stay there indefinitely. ChatGPT will go to work, and you can return half an hour later, 2 hours later, sometimes even a day later. It can take a lot of time depending on how much data it has to process. And then you tell ChatGPT, I want the results to be exported to a simple plain text .txt file. Um, Commonly, TXT files have a character limit of around 100,000 characters, including spaces. So that's quite a lot. Compared to Word documents, for example, they have a character limit of around 1,000 to 1,400 commonly, sometimes less. PDFs, they might have a character limit of, I would say, 3 to 4,000, sometimes 5,000. Also, not quite a lot. You can even ask ChatGPT to generate multiple text files, zip them up, and give you the entire zip file, which allows you to receive up to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million characters. There's basically not really a limit. There is a limit, however, because the limit is also depending on the number of operations that GPT has to perform, and that is linked to whether you have a pro account or not. If you don't have a pro account, your your limits of operations, which is a limit that resets every 4 hours, is also affected. So in principle, that is fine, because even if your limit is reached, it will take some more time, but you can return 2 hours later, 6 hours later, a day later, whenever the task is finished. Just once every 20 minutes or so, ask GPT, how far along are you? How long should I wait? And then you know when you should return and receive your text files or your zip. So that is how we can deal with large files, both input as export. I hope this was helpful and I see you next time.